and welcome to all who view them across Sierra Leone and across, the globe. It's a breaking news here on AYV television on Ch-33 on the radio on 101.7 FM. And we just get an emergency call from the Office of National Security, ONS, that the curfew will be there from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Don't be lifted with the effective today at this moment. And for talk on that, I get with me Abdul Karim Will, the Director of Communications now the Office of National Security. Abdul Karim Will, welcome to AYV Television.
Thank you, Remy. Good evening, people of Sierra Leone, and good evening, Sierra Leoneans across the globe.
Sierra Leoneans out there, what they watch, we want to know what's on this breaking news where AYV get for people at this moment.
You already don't allude to the breaking news, but I will just also rub more spanam. Today, particularly on the 13th of August, 2022. But the public here recall say on Wednesday, the 10th of August 2022, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, they announced a curfew order on a Wednesday starting from 3 on to 7 a.m. the following morning. And going forward, the curfew will be for 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. daily. They also don't now please the authorities, particularly the security sector, for announce to the public say effective immediately. We mean say from what they talk so now, the curfew order don't be lifted. Now all the parts will be affected, including the western area, urban and rural, Makeni, Kamakwe, and Tonkolili. No more curfew, it don't be lifted. And that's the breaking news.
Okay, so as we talk, what are the security measures? ONS is the body charged with security issues across the country. So what are the security measures being put in place as we speak now that the curfew don't be lifted across the country? Everybody can go about in normal business. But are there any security measures being put in place?
So, apart from the curfew order, we will be imposed. We also will get several other measures we will put in place who we think say they're credible enough for able to respond to the security challenges so they face with. Even though the curfew order don't be lifted, we still get the military aid to civil power in force. We mean say a MACP don't be evoked, the soldier man them don't be legally called upon for supporting counterparts in the police for help for restore order, and that one they enforce. We also don't ensure say we establish a national situation room, when like incident command center, where they receive information, critical national security information from across the country, put them together, do analysis, and disseminate them for efficient use. As I did speak, that national situation room they up and running 24/7. Officials from the various security sector institutions, then they in that situation room, and in a manner, like I say, for the longest period. Also, we don't escalate to security level to level 2. We mean say we now get a posture more robust than when you get a level 1 situation. In a level 1 situation, it means say the security situation of the country it is 100% normal. Everybody they go about in normal business. Nobody no get any reason for begin for get cause for concern. But when you get a level 2 situation where now they we did currently, it means say we get a growing and potential threat to the security and safety of the country and in people. So we still they at that level. And for the national situation room, we get a toll-free line which the public will get the opportunity for call and report any incident of insecurity or suspected or potential incident of insecurity to the officers the way they man that room there. The number na 119. Now free line, you can call her on Orange, you can call her on AfriCell, you can call her on QCell. Any of them no man they will call with 119, they go free, and somebody will take that phone there and attend to your concerns. Well, let me take this opportunity for also appeal to members of the public that 119 toll-free line na very serious work people and they do there. Na a very busy office. Na thing we get for do with the security of the country, the people they deal with, and therefore let people not call them if they don't get anything important for talk about. Whilst they collect information on security issues, we ordinarily go affect communities, we go affect people, we go affect the country. We also they frown at anybody where they make attempts for misdirect the officers the way they did. Anybody who do so, let you know say we go for trace Sam, not only a number, we go for no sign and address, and punitive measures will be meted out against anybody who found wanting for do so. Over the period, we realize say most of the people who can make them calls a day, we call them hoax calls, fake calls. Now picking them, where them parents can claim say they just take their phone and then they misuse them. When you get a cell phone, you get a responsibility for anything where they happen with that phone day. So do ya, whilst we appeal to members of the public, let them make calls on that line day 119. With the equally appeal say let them make effective use of them. A use will not go be tantamount or even jeopardizing the security of the place. The people already in are serious officers will not go and forget that kind of situation there.
Okay, so as we talk, for me, generally I can't say a word because are they at 3 Mile? Normally where they go, I'm safe because I before I identify myself other than me. But there are a lot of people who can identify themselves along the line. Now that the curfew don't be lifted, are we expecting the same checkpoints for the at the point until you reach your destination?
This decision now one way don't be taken at the highest level, and all of the officers in the way be at the checkpoints and then are officers of the states. Now people them when are security sector players, police and military, who side and supposed for the ordinarily even where coffee no day, then will go for the day, and they not go hinder anybody in movement as long as you're a peaceful person. But that notwithstanding, then will still look for the thing the way they of interest in terms of security. But whether identification or no identification, as long as it is proven that you're a peaceful citizen, they don't find anything on you when as until we're inimical to state security, they will be let go by your program unhindered.
Okay, so one more time, are you on for reassure Sierra about the lifting of curfew and waiting salon people need for be do for be ensure that we able for bring the peace we will all be the hand for and good at is still moving and how we able for maintain them at this moment now that the curfew don't be lifted across the country.
Brother Remy, Naomi and UCDOM a couple of days ago, we had to make passionate appeals to members of the public, particularly people in where I consider for be one day within the age bracket when a young man them and young woman them, or say do ya and nobody no tempt them for do things and way they outside of the law. I been reminding say this is a country we get laws, and like any other country, if laws are there, we supposed to respect them. Sadly, we see that some section of the society, few people, they may fall for the bait of the people who lie for them. Do ya? Let we remain law abiding. Let we go about with normal business and not disturb the peace. The people of Salone, for be thankful by now, because it's way miss we on August 10, if it don't be a bloodbath. And me, like a Sidona also, are very much disappointed at that kind of development. Because for a country we don't go through a lot, and me knowing very well the efforts we don't be made over the period, for change with destiny, for change with path in terms of development. And you witness the scenes when we see them days in Freetown, you will be totally, totally disappointed. We see, international media platforms, internally, at both social and mainstream media platforms, we see very bad pictures, very bad thing being presented as if Salone, Nassau, people and they. We get a long way for regain that battered image. Now this will be the appeal against. But let the public know say this is a country of laws. We'll put measures in place. We know Kaya and disclose all of the strategies. But strategies are in place for forestall anything we go be inimical to state security and the security of people within the various communities.
All right, and as we close, Abdul Karim Will, you know the Director of Communications, now Office of National Security Awareness, we're in charge of coordinating security sector in Salone. What's the message to Sierra Leoneans as we speak?
That we all get a responsibility. And that responsibility that we owe unto the country where we call Leone. We appeal what we make, we continue from make them. That now we know wait things don't boil before we begin for find solution. They say prevention is better than cure. If we all be join hand with the security sector, the leadership across the board, for talk against the incendiary messages so people them in the same. Messages where they lie upon young man them. This thing will happen so. The lives of police officers will be they perform a sacred duty. People are murdered in cold blood. The lives of Sierra Leoneans, some they not be even a part of the protest, maybe if you think. But then die awful deaths. Property is worth millions of leons. They burn police stations, imagine. They burn government buses. Then destroy properties. Some people they will be opening shops. People then go loot. Now this we talk from this onset. That then calls where they make the rounds on social media for demonstrations, not to demonstrations. Now calls for upheavals. Now calls for usurpation of power of the states. And therefore let people not fall for them. All the photo with the talk. The one that will be they contradict to the talk. They now go able for proving right. So we see something where they not see. And so going forward, we country don't suffer a lot. But even in the midst of that we suffering day, a lot of efforts don't be made consciously for change the trajectory. Moral guarantors, the international community, opinion leaders, civil society organizations, all of the groupings, let we not keep quiet. Let we talk for let people understand. The scenes that I seen at Freetown, 80% or even more of the people that will be in the streets on that day, where they murder police officers. Now, picking away no witness the war. Now, people away sometimes, they just tell them, or if they don't see any pictures of war, now just on television or on paper. Well, I should say, people away don't witness the war. And we really mean well for Salone. They don't go out for witness that kind of thing, or they don't go out for participate in them. So do you have me word now, one of appeal. That thing will be happen so, in any way related to peaceful demonstrations. Like I say, with the lawyer, they can say ab initio, from the very beginning, they begin as violent protest. So for let somebody argue, say, why will the people that they protest, we are not can engage them, we are not do this and that kind of thing. You agree with me, say we do the engagement on several platforms. And we tell them, we make reference to the media calls the way they happen. So it only means, say, and when they talk about violence here, we know they only talk about physical exertion of force. It also means that you can use words for terrorize people, for threaten people, and you actually come now physically for accomplishment. What will happen on the 10th, now for accomplish all of the terror, the threats of a carnage on the people of Sierra Leone. That one is bad, we not deserve that kind of thing. We generations unborn not deserve that kind of thing. We were a clamor for let investors and come into the country. We they do a disservice to this country if we really support that kind of thing. But for assure the public, that the authorities were responsible, no go left any stone unturned for correct this anomaly, for investigate, prosecute, and punish according to the laws of Sierra Leone people we found wanting of this carnage will be meted out on peaceful Sierra Leoneans, peaceful officers. Almost all of the officers who are seen them, they whap, they kill. They not get gun, they not get anything safe. Yeah. Where go think say they don't shoot at public or they don't do this and that kind of thing. So they only been die because they wear police uniform. Yeah. And that police uniform then a symbol of authority for Salone. It's shameful, like they bleed in my heart. Where are the witnesses seeing them there? Yeah. And then people who kill so. Now people will get families, then wife are civilians, then picking are civilians. And you don't left an indelible mark onto their minds. I know. They'll get for serious pictures and they
I know. As you feel the pain, myself as well feel the pain. Because even me plus also brother, we just wear uniform and not get no arms at that particular day. And they walk along the streets and kill them. Sad. It just come out peacekeeping, it gets 5 picking them, and in family it die. So what have to take care of in family now? So it's about a sad moment. That's why the president in statement clearly say, while we mourn the people who would die, there is an investigation going to be set up to trace the perpetrators of the August 10 issues in our country. So, Abdul Karim, Will, as we close, you got any final word for say to Sierra Leoneans? This
is an opportunity for law to clamp down on lawlessness and indiscipline. What thing happens so it begin from that level there, where people and things say because they are in social media, and for do anything what they want for do with them. And that lawlessness and I don't graduate and translate into waiting be happen so. This is an opportunity, and I think say we will take full advantage of that opportunity for correct that one day. Because now that one day this country need. Who say then kind see how they happen so they prevail. Development no go can't at all. Now Pekin know they go school, they know be summer school, they know they go school. Colleges are almost suspended. People where they do markets where they get their hand to mouth on a daily basis. That know they happen again. Now that no want for a country, a beautiful country like this, after they rank we as one of the most peaceful countries in the world, would they appeal to the young man them? I always don't say if not by how we come, now so we they go. By how them born we now so we they die. Now we get more stake na ya than any big person we will go inside for a day into something way lawless and indisciplined.
Thank you very much, Abdul Karim Will, the Public Relations Officer and Director of Communications, now the Office of National Security, ONS. I'll be just to talk to. And for reiterated, so waiting to say that curfew don't be lifted across the country. No more curfew from 7 to 7. It means everybody forgo about a normal business across the country. And as we listen to the president's speech yesterday, say they're going to investigate the perpetrators them of the August 10 issues across the country. So I want to say thanks very much for we stay glued to AYV as you trusted media and power in terms of information for give you all the latest information across the country. One for sure you say now no more curfew. Go about your normal business, but be very peaceful and ensure say you not cause any problem for security authorities in the country. Till we meet again for another special edition of this, my name is David Wilson. Have a blessed day and bye for now.
You're watching AYV Television.